Hi, everyone. As everyone files in, we'll give a few minutes for everyone to enter the room. Uh, just to let you know, we will be giving probably 3 more minutes. So please take the time to go get your second cup of coffee if you need it, or additional bathroom breaks. So starting in a few. Hi, can you hear me now? Okay, thanks. Hi, everyone. My gardener for my neighbor decided to work just now. So if there's any noise, apologies, and let me know, and I'll hop onto hot headphones so that's in the background. So it looks like we have a decent number of folks in the room, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So my name is Brianne Masukawa. I'm a senior planner here at OPR, and I'm with the Regional Early Action Planning Grants 2.0 program. And I'm here with the rest of my team. Shannon, would you like to go first?
Sure. Hi, I'm Shannon Clark, and I am Land Use Counsel here at OPR.
I'm Mark Hedlund. I'm the GIS analyst at OPR.
I'm Cyrus. I'm the aide for the Chief Deputy Director here at OPR.
Great, thanks, guys. So I'm now going to go into the presentation. So, okay, can everyone see that? Okay, great. So thank you everyone for joining us today. We'll be presenting on SiteCheck and what it is and how to use it. So just as a reminder that all the slides here will be ADA accessible and will be posted on OPR site at a later date. This webinar is being recorded, so it will be posted officially on OPR's YouTube channel at a later date as well. If you have any questions, please put them into the Q&A. We plan to answer most of them in written format as much as possible, but there will be a few that will be selected to be answered live. So we'll try our best to answer all of them as much as possible. And please feel free to email us afterward if you found a question that you had burning and has to be resolved. Please just contact us afterward, okay? So I'll be going over a brief introduction to what SiteCheck is, and then going over what the purpose of it is, and then performing a walkthrough. And then I'll conclude with next steps. So overall, SiteCheck is a free and public mapping tool that allows any user seeking to build housing to quickly find parcels that qualify for streamlining and exemptions under CEQA. This was funded by HCD as part of the technical assistance package for SB2. And this could not have been possible with our partnership with the Conservation Biology Institute to develop this tool. So in overall, SiteCheck was designed to accelerate housing production in California by making the initial step of finding where existing streamlining options under CEQA may apply for housing projects, and thus easier to find. And so just as a reminder for everyone in the room, that the tool cannot be used to determine that a project is exempt from CEQA. The point of this tool, really is to be the first step in the process. So this next part will be done with a series of screenshots, but if you would like to follow online in the tool itself, we're going to put the link in the chat. And let's see. Let's see. And if that link could be put into the chat. Let's see. Hi, Mark. Wait, can you put the link in the chat, please?
It won't let me.
Okay. Oh, it's okay. I got it.
I just shared it directly with you. Sorry.
All right. Well,
That
perfect.
was unexpected.
Okay, perfect. I got that. So let me put this link. Okay, so the link is in the chat now. Okay, great. So once you open that link, the first thing you'll find is a disclaimer window. Just read it, and then you would click I accept, and then it will take you to the tool itself. You'll find an interactive map on the right and a navigation panel on the left with 4 tabs. The first tab is the Overview tab, and this will include a quick description of what SiteCheck is, as well as instructions for how to use each tab and other key features. And I'll go over those features later in the presentation. So within this tab, the Explore tab, it contains the contextual layers that you may need to get a comprehensive view of the area of a potential project. And so there are several layers in here you can turn on and off, and they'll appear in the interactive map. We have different sections within this tab, and they're all organized into parcels, boundaries, jurisdictions, urbanized urban areas, specific plan areas, transit, VMT, and environmental constraints. Okay. And so each of the layers with the blue icon to the right can be downloaded on DataBasin for free. And DataBasin is a public and free mapping and analysis platform. Any of the layers can be accessed after you set up a free online account. And it's pretty easy and pretty fast. Okay. And so each of the layers that are available within this tab also have transparency functionality as well for usability. Okay. The next tab is the Screen tab. So this is quite powerful in that it can actually filter out parcels in the interactive map depending on which layers are turned on and off. So the data sets that are available within this tab are almost exactly the same as the Explore tab, except that the transit layers focus on proximity to existing transit systems and infrastructure rather than its exact location. So yeah, keep that in mind. So let's say I am an affordable housing developer seeking to build in the Fresno area. So what I would do is I go to the upper right-hand corner where it has the search box, and I type in Fresno, and then these lit options appear, and I click, and then the map will automatically zoom in to this view. Now I can start turning on layers. So the first thing is that I know that I want my potential site to be within a city. So I turn that layer on. Next thing I know is that I want my potential site to also be covered by a specific plan. The other thing is that I want relatively easy access to the transit system in the area. So I also turn on half-mile of an existing major transit stop. And as you can see, quite a bit has been filtered out. So I am now going to zoom into what remains. And get this view. And I also want to ensure that any potential site and my project will not generate too much VMT. So I turn on the per capita VMT 15% below regional average layer. Okay, so, and then I also want to make sure that for this project that I ensure the longevity of my project by avoiding certain hazards. And so the ones I'm going to turn on first is going to be earthquake seismic hazard zone, the landslide hazard, floodplain, and wildfire hazard. And you can see not many parcels were removed, but it looks like there's a waterway that goes through one area, and so some were removed there. Okay, so that is how the screen function works. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the Analyze tab now. The Analyze tab is really important because it actually will produce a report that states which CEQA exemptions or streamlining options are available for a parcel. So this tab will require a location in mind already to be able to produce that report. So let's say I am an affordable housing developer again, except this time I'm intending to build in Glendale and I have an address in mind. So I type in 209 East Palmer Avenue, Glendale into the search by APN or address window on the left-hand side. And then the map will zoom in, and then I will use one of the select from map options to select that parcel. I would then click select, and that parcel will generate in the Create Projects panel on the left-hand side, as you can see here. And the important thing to note is that you can select as many as you want. So in this scenario, where I'm an affordable housing developer, what I would do is that I think that I not only want to develop this parcel, I want to develop multiple parcels. So I would use one of the other select from map options to select more. And so again, all those parcels will generate and populate the panel under Create Projects. And then in order to process all of these parcels as one project, I would then need to select all the parcels and then click the green Add Project button. And then that consolidates them into one project, as you can see. Now, in order to create the report, I would then click the button, Create Report button on the lower left-hand corner. And this window will appear labeled Site Check Report. Now, this is all of the potential options are organized into 3 sections. It's statutory exemptions, categorical exemptions, and streamlining. These were selected as they are the most relevant to as many situations as possible within California. And you'll be able to tell how well the potential site matches the for the CEQA provisions in being checked in the tool by 3 icons. So you'll see a blue check mark for those that met spatial requirements for a CEQA provision. You also find a green question mark that essentially requires a little more verification, and then an X where clearly the CEQA spatial requirements were not met. So how this plays out is that for the project that I put through the Analyze tab, I scroll down to the exemption related to specific plans. And as you can see here, there's a green question mark saying that there is a specific plan related to this parcel, but it requires further follow-up with the local planning agency. And then it's followed by a checklist, so to speak, of remaining requirements that need to be further verified by a user. You'll find the same structure is applied for each opportunity. So for example, under the provision related to SB 375, you also find that there is a blue check mark actually for this specific project because it's located within MPO, and then again followed by remaining requirements that need further verification. Okay. And you can actually download the PDF export of this by going to the upper right-hand corner, and you'll find the download button, and you'll find two options for download. So once you click one of those, and you'll get a PDF export, and the PDF export will have the title, date of export, legal disclaimer, the legend, and then the three sections that I discussed. And at the very end, you'll find a section labeled other resources, which are other specialized exemptions or streamlining provisions that may relate to your project, but that will be up to the user to determine that. Okay, and you also find that available within the other resources tab in the upper right-hand corner. And there will be a pop-up window that will appear, and again, same information. Okay, and then if there's any doubt about any of the methodology that was used to develop and update this tool, we have documentation available within the overview tab, and then we also have it available in the upper right-hand corner as well. And so this is a good place to find any information about tool design and development, data analysis, data sets that we use. We even have a summary table of input data used in spatial analysis. We also have the GIS methodology for all the layers in the tool available as well. Okay. And then in order to save your work or to be able to share it, we also have a create link function. And so the instructions are under the overview tab. And you can actually be able to create essentially a customized link to save your work. And what that means is that once you click on that button in the upper right-hand corner, a special link will be generated. And then once you use that link any other time, it will regenerate the map that you had at the time of link generation. So pretty cool. Okay, and then now I'm going to go to our first pop quiz. So we have two true or false statements. I'm going to turn on the poll. So give everyone a minute or two for that. Okay, give a little bit more time. Okay, I'm going to end the poll now. Okay, so it looks like most folks, let's see. So it looks like most folks were able to tell that the first question is false. Yes. So the answers are. So both are actually false. So the first, you cannot determine that project is exempt from CEQA. That is true. The second, so it's false. So, and then for the second statement, users may use the tool to verify if a parcel meets the non-spatial requirements. So as I mentioned, if it's something very specific that can't be measured with spatially, you'll typically see a green question mark. And then again, that goes back to you need to verify with your local planning agency. So this can't be the last step. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick exercise. So Launch that poll. So this one will be just a quick exercise of how to quickly look up a parcel, and then just click all of the statements that apply. Okay. Okay, it looks like give it another couple of minutes. Okay, so looks like. So it looks like most people in this room said it was the first two options. It actually was the last two because it's focused on not true. And so this parcel actually does have environmental constraints. It's located within the state conservancy boundary and the landslide hazard. And it is also not within half a mile of existing transit. So so I can go over really quickly if anyone wants further explanation on that, but those are the answers. Okay. All right, so next steps. So for this tool, right now we are seeking to incorporate more contextual layers into the tool. And we're looking for opportunities to use the tool to clarify and streamline other processes related to housing. So it's a bit iterative process right now, but if anyone would like to contact us and give additional feedback, please feel free to contact the team, and you can use my email. And so that concludes the presentation. If there is any questions, please make sure to put them into the Q&A and we can answer them now. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, so let's see what's in the Q&A. Oh, it looks like we have all of our questions answered. So are there any other questions that anyone has? You can also put them into just put them into the Q&A. Okay, all right then. So if that's it, I guess we can end really early then. Oh, yeah, sure. I can definitely, I see that walking through the last exercise. Yeah, I can do that. So my system might glitch a little bit. So please let me just warn that if my system starts to go a little slow, just let me know. Okay, so I can do that. So for that last one, let's see. I go back to that location. Okay, let's share my screen. All right. Okay. So the question was, which of the following statements are not true about this parcel? So there is not a parcel associated. Oh, apologies. So there is no specific plan associated. So that is correct. So that is correct. And yeah, the easiest way to find that is within this little window here. So if you're able to find that, good job. And then also, is this parcel within the SCAG region? Yes, it is, because in the pop-up window, it says it right here. And then does the parcel not have any environmental constraints? And so typically what I would do is that I would go here to this tab screen, and then I would turn on all of these. And then so when I went through all of them, this looks like it has a state conservancy boundary, and I could usually also check that by going to explore. You'll find that it's within that. And then also landslide hazards, which you see it covers. It's within that. And then also for the within a half mile of existing transit, you can also see that it filters out. So that's the reason why it does, it's a false statement. Okay. All right. Any other questions? So I see a question. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. We have a specific. So I think I can see. What was it? I see a question about the specific plan and filtering out parcels in my jurisdiction filter out, even though we have a specific plan. How can we get this resolved? I see Shannon is typing an answer in at the moment.
I can also just answer here instead of.
Yeah,
Sorry, y'all. The data in SiteCheck comes from a variety of government sources, and so the accuracy, OPR does not go through and kind of verify the accuracy of all the data, and so that's why it's really important that SiteCheck is just a starting point. So for you to identify potential exemptions, and then from there you'll need to verify and make sure all the information is correct and make that determination on your own as the lead agency.
Thank you, Shannon. And I see a question about, can you describe the heat map and its applicability? So that see if we can get it to appear on my screen. That is another feature that is just available to any user if they want to see the concentration of exemptions throughout the state. So again, we have different options available to you should you want to evaluate or identify exemptions in any way possible. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay. We answered that live. Okay, I think those are, any more questions for the team? Okay, I think that's it. So thank you everyone for joining today. We're very happy with the tool and very happy to include any other feedback. We are, again, still finding opportunities and ways to make sure that this tool stays updated and also improves. And again, it's a service to the public. So if there's anything else, please let us know. And that's it. We will be sharing the slides and the recording at a later date. So please look out for those. Okay, thanks.